Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
No, that doesn't.
Your precious nurse crane, give.
Have you been hurt? Violence?
Yeah.
Where did this
In the clothes.
How? I see.
It's no secret.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lee. Excuse me, I'm not
a doctor.
Really?
I'm joking. Dorothy,
Could you please...
he's a nice...
May
An orphan is totally...
How did you become the local...
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is
A job? So your racket...
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the dock.
You survive at any cost.
I don't care what you think, sir.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your...
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as it.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson. I'm...
All right.
Tell me, I have... I always thought I was the master of...
You know, this money is not only for me.
Christine,
I don't...
considering your...
If it is going to...
You...
And you... I don't...
Use-
Doris...
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Oh, fatigue.
Good evening, Christine.
Shit.
Do you need any assistance?
It...
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm...
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can. Forgive my... I am Dr. Jonathan Weeks. Have not. Where did you send him? You sent him on some preaching crusade.
As a true believer.
All's quite a...
Well, you...
Well, I suppose I can...
As a doctor,
What do you mean?
the beast,
Really?
we must
What is left?
cleanse. God will recognize his own.
Purification by fire has...
Your lack of faith,
You're mad.
my son.
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larab. All
Quite a...
well, you...
What do you...
The beast.
Really? What is...
Cleanse. All
Quite...
well, you... All well, you...
What do you...
The beast.
I have... Good evening. Do you... Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, She was a
So,
nun.
I have heard enough.
Excuse me, Doctor. I've had...
That science is unable to explain.
I confess,
Why are there...
There's a war.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. What is ego?
So you risk your...
Whitechapel is the... That's not at all.
Christina Pop...
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I...
Do you think things will ever change?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now...
I heard you're investigating an underground medical...
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers and...
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the...
Ah! Could it be Dorothy
Without a doubt, you are a damn...
I don't know much about the man.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has
No.
Where can I...
He spends most of his time lurking around.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Good.
Do you need a...
That would be...
If you...
Thank you, sir.
I still...
No, really. He went...
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell. Very well. I cannot enter. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Hello again. Melia, I know you well. A stubborn and... Very well. It's locked, all right. Good. I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Darling. Farewell. Good evening, sir.
Please be my guest.
Really?
I'm a poet.
Did you know the mute?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for...
I fear
Guilty as... That girl.
Tell the... In what way?
The struggle by gaslight.
If you say so.
Such vibrant and...
Vivid, of course.
Oh yes, the poignant distress. On the...
What can you...
Not much.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her?
Maybe I prefer she remains an... Perhaps one day... What terrible you...
What are you talking...
Do you remember London before the flu?
My mother loved poetry. Perhaps your words would have...
Most people fail to
May I ask what...
Not at all.
If you say so.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both... But no.
Are you aware that...
But this is where I must be to feel...
If some misfortune came upon...
Well, you, for a start.
May I ask you a few questions?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not?
I'm looking for
Dorothy.
What can you...
Darius...
Not interested.
Darius is an old...
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
and grieve. No, sir. When my pet,
You seem
someday I...
I'll leave you alone. Tell me about Richard. Very well. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side?
I'm nothing like...
Yes, you are.
I have to admit your words have...
It's locked. What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
You're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, Blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
It's locked.
This one stinks.
Watch it! It's a killer!
It's locked. I cannot enter.
locked, all right. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
You're lucky. Consider... I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
No need to apologize, my lady. I know exactly what you endure.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seems they have been recruiting.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a Scar?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hags. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient. Razvan Vasily was infected by the flowers dying. It needs water.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear. Hello.
Yeah.
No. As a soul.
My God.
No. An irrational doctor. As a.
My God.
No. I understand.
No.
What you? Do you need me?
Don't get...
I will see you later.
I'll see you no.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening. Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of him. Good evening.
Basketball. Very inside there.
Stay away!
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
How what?
That's all the algebra. Any questions? No?
Oh, see? Broken again?
What? I pulled up by the wire or what?
This one?
Oh, that one I broke the game.
You're in hot water.
Oh no. The game broke on itself.
Ricky, you failed the test. I can't believe that stunt you pulled yesterday. You need to be taught a lesson. You're suspended.
No. Please, teacher. I can't get kicked out of school. I guess I just have an attitude problem.